Planet Earth is one of the best ascension schools for all mankind. Anyone that's a human on Earth at this time greatly benefits from being alive on Earth. Although it is a planet, it is also a school. It's known as a school in the spiritual world to a lot of the folks that have experienced its cycles and its rhythms impacting their lives. People who have gone through midlife, quarter-life crises, to people who have called their experiences a spiritual awakening or an ascension journey. The reason why Earth is so powerful for each and every one of us is because it serves in a duality, a polarity sense of you, but it also coexists among multiple dimensions at once, which means there are people on one part of the world that might be living in a quote-unquote higher vibrational energy. They might be attracting more in their life, manifesting more clearly. They might be in a state of abundance and receiving. Maybe they've done some work on themselves. And then across the other side of the world is that opposite side of the coin, the other kind of aspect of that polarity, of that duality, of that kind of Earth experience spectrum, if you will, is people experiencing the opposite, right? Darkness, hatred, war, genocide. So we see a range of experiences being perceived. And so Earth holds all this life that is coexisting and perceiving in different states of being, different dimensional states of existence, and different realities. We've got someone on one part of the world that's living it up and another part that's actually suffering. And so it goes to show that even though life will always continuously flow in its natural cycles and rhythms of how it does and how it evolves as far as its living organisms goes, for humans it's doing its purpose through the sort of energetic coexistence and how we are learning through that. When something that you might perceive as quote unquote good is happening in your life, you don't need to necessarily continue to live your life in fear of wondering when the needle is going to drop, when the pin is going to drop. The opposite side of the coin, or something that might seem annoying or a nuisance minor to some other people or magnetized for you, is still going to occur because you're still alive on Earth. But the more that you work on yourself, on your journey, the more you become aware of what you're experiencing and how you're feeling and how your external reality is mirroring things back to you of what you no longer align with and what no longer resonates with you and what you feel that you need for your benefit instead. The more that you sort of lean into that coexistence of, I'm on Earth right now, I'm already here, so I might as well let it do its thing for me and be aware of myself when things come up and how it makes me feel, or what I need for myself to feel better, or feel like I'm on top of it, or not lowering your confidence. It's like things start to improve. And it doesn't mean that when something that you might then perceive as quote unquote negative, like we said, won't happen, but you almost are able to bounce back from that experience more quickly. So it's like there's a sense of resilience that is coming through that is necessary for you in going through and experiencing organically the natural ebbs and flows of what your Earth experience is providing to you, good or bad, right? Whether it's a bunch of blessings happening and then something that you might deem as not a blessing could be. And so it's this understanding that life will do its life thing, but you're going to still continue to live your life. And one day might be different of how you feel from the next, but that's what makes living on Earth so powerful, living life so powerful, because you will get over things that don't align for you, or that you might feel is not a blessing, or that you might feel hurt by, or sad by, or distraught by it. Insert whatever, feeling that might be kind of connected to a negative emotion, if you will. Those tough times, they're gonna pass. That saying, this too shall pass, yeah, it has prominence here. And Earth is one of the best ascension schools for humanity, for mankind, for you, because it helps you discover who you are, because the natural flows of your life are allowing you to experience that. This is a mirror moment for you on Earth, and so your external reality is going to constantly show you aspects of yourself that you might not like anymore, that might not resonate with anymore, things of your journey from the past, people you've known and personalities you've kind of collaborated with before might not resonate with you anymore. And so this is a learning, I'm hearing this is a learning curve from Archangel Sandalphon. Earth is a learning curve for the soul. It allows us to experience different kind of polarities, if you will, and the duality of perception and experience on Earth, and how we can use that to maximize our own mirror reflection back to ourselves, otherwise known as maximizing our own self-awareness for what we need to essentially thrive and bounce back quicker when things don't feel like it's going our way. And so this is a channeled message coming to you all today, primarily connected with Archangel Sandalphon, one of my closest spirit guides and angels that works with me. And this is part of the Q2 curriculum around the element of earth. Kind of, I've been discussing different things more literally, metaphorically, practically, if you will, in the past few videos, both on YouTube and of course on Instagram here on School of the Ascending. We're going to continue this topic on the earth element throughout the month of June, diving more into practice work in the earth environment as far as energy clearing goes, more grounding activities. But this was a challenge that definitely came through to share with you guys, as earth is being one of the best ascension schools in the galaxy, in the universes, if you will, amongst, I'm hearing actually amongst creation, because earth is one of the few planets that is able to host, you know, the collective ranges of sort of interdimensional realities, perspectives of consciousness, and the different ranges of personalities. Whereas other planets that might have, I'm hearing cohabit life, those planets tend to be a little bit more on the ascended path, if you will, less attached to identity, duality, labels, identification, the souls that are experiencing their version of Earth, if you will. I'm being deemed to say not to say Earth. So other life forms that are experiencing their world on their planet, wherever it is, amongst all of the alternate realities and galaxies that have been proven by science thus far, are in a completely different energetic boat than we are, because a lot of those planets that cohabit life currently are a little bit more advanced. They're holding souls that have surpassed the sort of Earth school. So it's almost like Earth is, you know, your kindergarten, your preschool to college, and the other planets that are cohabiting life, extraterrestrial planets, for example, are almost the opposite of that. It's like outside of adult life. You know, it's like outside of college life, rather. It's the adult life. You are positioned in one of the best places to be in your existence right now in time, and that's not always something that you will kind of, you know, maybe say or align with or connect with, because obviously things are going to happen in life that are going to trigger you, and that's part of the ascension process on this earth. The awakening, essentially the evolution process of earth, is, you know, tearing things down to help you build back stronger. And so that's what that is. You know, you're taking away these old layers of yourselves, you know, getting rid of the cocoon, getting rid of the snake skin, the shell, and earth is positioning your soul to be in a better almost position when it's your time to go, because you are experiencing that range of duality and polarities in your schools, your workplaces, the social groups you're in the random experiences you have with strangers, etc. So when life is lifing, just remember that your soul is positioned in the best place it needs to be right now. You have options and choices for how you want to feel. That's part of the free will point. But, you know, just remember, if you can, be grateful for where you're at, for being here, for being alive. Be grateful because your soul is actually pretty advanced to have to be on earth at this time, and then continue to live your life, and the rest will kind of reveal itself from there. And, you know, every day is an ebb and flow of a different energy and emotion. But again, it goes back to that message here that, you know, it's your choice how you want to kind of coexist with yourself and embrace the awareness that Earth, as one of the best ascension schools, is inviting you to explore. Keep living and experiencing and feeling it all, because that's part of the point of being here right now. And just don't forget that you're also protected, you're loved, and you're embraced by your guides and your spirit team, those on the other side that are still rooting for you, protecting you while you're experiencing your life on Earth now. So, as per usual, turn notifications on if you want to stick with any new videos or posts, weekly intuition practices. I look forward to sharing the next message with you all. And of course, until next time, go and grow.